Hi, my name is Robin Wong, and in this video I want to answer a question that I have been asked a lot recently. Should I be buying an Olympus camera knowing that Olympus is in the process of being sold to another company? Let's do this. Before we start, I just want to mention that it has been raining cats and dogs in Kuala Lumpur. The rain has been non-stop for days. I have a lot of things that I want to do. I want to go out and shoot. I want to share my photography with you guys. I have more camera tips and tricks to share, but I'm currently stuck at home. There's only so much I can do in my small room. But hey, I thought this would be a good opportunity for us to have an honest conversation, and I'm addressing a very difficult question. Should I be buying an Olympus camera knowing that Olympus is already giving up on the photography business, selling the business to JIP? Let's take a few steps backward and recap on what's happened. On 24th of June, Olympus entered the Memorandum of Understanding with Japan Industrial Partners, JIP. This simply means Olympus Imaging Division, the camera business, is being sold to another company, which is JIP. In the same announcement, we were given the chronological timeline of events. As expected, Olympus and JIP are to finalize the agreement by the end of September. Therefore, we are expecting some news in the beginning of October, which is very soon, on what's going to happen to Olympus, the brand, the camera, the direction of the company, any changes to the products. More information will come in the beginning of October. They also told us that the entire transfer process, the acquisition, will be completed by the end of 2020. Olympus will transfer everything to JIP by then, and starting 2021, JIP will be running the Olympus Imaging brand, and we were told that the Olympus brand is being kept and we will still have Olympus cameras and lenses. I totally understand and can relate to the frustration that many Olympus supporters are feeling. I'm with you. I feel the sting as well. I believe many people will feel betrayed. Many people feel that, hey, they have lost their faith and trust in the brand because Olympus is giving up on the camera business. Another company is taking over. We don't know if things are going to be the same, but hear me out, all right? I am not defending Olympus. Obviously, they didn't do all the right things, but I believe that they have tried the best in whatever they think that they can do to salvage the business, but it didn't work. Moving forward, JIP taking over is not the worst case scenario. Remember what the rumors were saying. The rumors were saying that Olympus is in a bad shape, that Olympus is deciding to shut down the camera business. Shutting down the camera business altogether with the Olympus brand being gone just like that is the worst case scenario, and thankfully we have been assured again and again by JIP and Olympus in multiple announcements in the past few months that the brand Olympus and the Olympus products, the camera and lenses, they live on. The legacy of Olympus lives on. This is the main priority of JIP taking over the business to make sure that the business will turn into profit and the brand survives. Based on the announcements made by JIP and Olympus in the past few months, I'm piecing together some very important information to share with you guys in case you're not already aware of them. There are 4 main items. Number 1, the after sales support continues. In fact, it is still fully operational now. Nothing changes. If something happens to your cameras and lenses, you bring it to the Olympus Center. The service and repair will fix the camera for you. No issue on that. And this will still be fully operational even after JIP has taken over Olympus, and this support is extremely important because no photographer will buy a camera if the brand refuses to service the camera after that. So rest assured, the support continues. Number 2, JIP promises to fulfill the product roadmap from Olympus. If you remember a recent announcement from Olympus on the updated product roadmap, which includes 2 very interesting products, the 8-25 f4 Pro, a wide-angle zoom, as well as a 100mm macro Pro lens. I've talked about these two lenses and my opinion on them. I'll share the link up here. Please check out the video if you have not done so. It is good news that JIP continues to support this development of newer lenses and hopefully better products, including new cameras in the future. And of course, we still have an upcoming 150 to 400 f4.5 Pro. I'm looking forward to test that lens. And all these products are coming, and JIP has given their word in an official announcement press release that they will fully support and make sure that this roadmap, the products that's been promised, will be delivered. Number 3, JIP also mentioned in the announcement that in the future product development, they will be focusing more on the business product side of things instead of lower entry-level cameras. This is not necessarily a bad thing. They also specifically mentioned that they'll put more emphasis on the video capabilities of these cameras. Now, we all know that the current Olympus cameras are stuck at 4K 30p. We don't even have 4K 60p, and hopefully in the future we do get JIP to push to 4K 120p or maybe even more than 4K. I don't know what's possible. I only wish for the best. And hopefully we get a new image sensor as well. Now, a lot of people have been saying this, this Robin is an Olympus fan. He doesn't say bad things about Olympus cameras when he reviews them. That's not true. If you look at every single one of my reviews, the newer ones, I did mention that I want a new image sensor from Olympus. I didn't skip that part. I don't know who created that rumor. Now, yes, I do want a new improved image sensor with better high ISO, better dynamic range, and perhaps a good bump in resolution. That would be a welcome. And I do hope that JIP can deliver in that front. And finally, number 4, the global business for Olympus imaging continues under JIP. Now, the business centers from all around the world will still be operating, but I can't say the same about the staff, how they're going to be restructured. Maybe they'll be downscaled, maybe the companies will be smaller, maybe they'll move people around. I don't know what's going to happen, but what I do know is that the global operation will still resume. This is true except for South Korea. Olympus South Korea has announced that they are exiting the business since June this year. The announcement was made way ahead before the announcement of Olympus being sold to JIP. So no Olympus South Korea, but every other business centers in the world will still continue to operate. So what does this all mean? To me personally, the way I see it, the Olympus brand survives. Yes, it is under a different roof now. JIP is taking over the business, but the DNA, the legacy, and the Olympus spirit, they continue to live on. You still get full warranty, you still get after-sales support. The service is not going anywhere. The global presence of Olympus business centers are still maintained. The business centers are fully operational. And you know what? I do believe that JIP will be able to push the R&D further, and hopefully we'll be getting even more capable Olympus cameras and products after this. Who is to say that JIP is not going to make things any better? Of course, I cannot speak on your behalf. You're free to make your own decisions. But for me personally, as a professional photographer actively shooting in Kuala Lumpur, I'm doing wedding photography, event coverage, portrait, lifestyle and food photography. And on the side, I'm doing street photography for my own fun, as well as some inside macro during my shuttle therapy sessions. The Olympus system, the current Olympus OM-D system, is more than sufficient to deliver fantastic and satisfactory results. I have never had a client that come up to me and say, Robin, the images from an Olympus camera is not good enough. That has never happened. My bread and butter, the tools that I use to earn a living, they are all Olympus cameras, and they have never failed me. I don't see any reason for me to give up on Olympus. I have full confidence in the products, the EM1 Mark II that I have, and the plethora of Olympus M-Zuiko lenses. They will serve me very well for a long period of time. Coming back to the question, should you buy an Olympus camera? I believe only you can answer the question. I truly understand if you have lost confidence in Olympus because, the parent company has already sold off to another company. That's perfectly fine. But to me, nothing changes. And in fact, there's a possibility of things getting better very, very soon. We will just have to wait and see. What have we got to lose? That's all I have to share in this video. I cannot wait for the weather to clear out. I will be bringing my Olympus cameras and lenses to go out and shoot some photographs, share fresh content with you guys, and of course, along the way, I will share as much as I can tips and tricks on using Olympus cameras and lenses here in this channel. You can support me by buying me a cup of coffee, or you can contribute directly to my PayPal account. I'll put the links in the descriptions below on how you can do that. Any small amount can go a long way and help me to continue making content and publish them right here. If you have enjoyed watching this video, please give me a thumbs up. Please consider subscribing, and I'll definitely see you again in the next one. Until then, stay safe and take care. Bye-bye.